Well, go back to North Korea. It was so cold the jets couldn't fly. And well, in the infantry, we had what they call panel markers. We could mark this off, say, with a red and yellow stripe down. And the Air Force could see that from up above. And they would know that 50 yards in front of you, they were to drop whatever they had. Well, that worked pretty good, but I didn't like it because it was too close to the dropping of the bombs and napalm and machine gun fire. That it served us our purpose, but if you was up front, you couldn't fire your rifle unless you're going to hit somebody else. Now, I had an M1 which held 9 rounds. And that's an infantry basic weapon at that time.
It was also World War II.
Huh?
It was also a World War II main
Yeah.
weapon.
We had all, during the Korean War, we had all World War II weapons.
M1A1 carbine was another infantry.
Well, they had a carbine M1, carbine M2. And the M2 was automatic. But you could file down the sear of an M1 and make it automatic. And we did that. Then, after we got run over by the Chinese, well, we were evacuated and got down to South Korea again, and they remade their division because it was half wiped out and half not there. And we got down to South Korea, and they made up the whole division. They put Katyusha, which is Korean augmentation, to the United States Army. And they were a bunch of thieves. The South Koreans would steal from you. And but we got along fine when it would take them. They'd take them out and do them a job, shoot them. Oh yeah. Let's see what else. Back to Vietnam. When I was in the 101st, I was with the infantry. And we used to go out on patrols or an LZ. And one time we went in, it was a hot LZ. That means landing boat. We landed at the landing zone, but it was hot. In other words, there was the North Koreans in the area. And we took fire. We lost a couple of choppers, but it was better riding than walking. And
less chance of a mine blowing up from under you.
No, not the mine. The North Koreans were firing at us. And we lost maybe 2 choppers, 3 choppers that day. Yeah, they'd bring them down. And then we had a lot of the Chihois was that's word for I give up. And they had the Arvins, which you couldn't trust them. Then they had these people that were Ho Chi Minh people that they would penetrate and blow up warehouses, airfields, and things like that too. And we had to have guards out 24/7 to make sure that they didn't get into our area. We were, and this is comical. They got a place they call Monkey Mountain. Well, we had guard duty up perimeter, and there must have been a 1,000 monkeys. They killed maybe 500 of them because they come through the jungle in mass. It'd either kill you or kill them.
So the monkeys were attacking you?
Yeah. They called it Monkey Mountain. I'll never forget it.
Were you afraid to go up there?
Huh?
Were you afraid to go up there?
No, because there's other people up there with me. Oh, okay, hon.
I have the awards here.
All of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll come in. Just stay there.
Yeah,
I
they
can go
had,
down.
they had,
Thank you.
Just now, wait a minute, there's more different. This one here.
Do you still have the awards?
Yeah, they're hanging right here on the wall.
Right there?
Yeah.
When did you get the flag?
yep. That was my son's retirement flag.
They're all very nice.
Pardon?
They're all very nice.
And that's it. The names are the things that are on top of it. And there's leather writing. You can take that. Unless you want a different color. I have it in blue and in red. I don't know why it came out like that.
It was still in the computer.
Well, you know, that's the first time I went in your file after a long time.
Yeah.
You can keep that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Geez, Don was a throw
Let me see it. Just let me see it. Yeah, that's. Yeah, this. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that all of them? That's all of them.
Yeah.
So did you ever have any escorts, like
And what?
other people, like protecting you? Like, did you ever have tanks or?
Yeah, we had each company was assigned a platoon of tanks, and they were assigned a platoon of engineers, a platoon of artillery. That was assigned to our company in Korea. But we had a company commander that the first battle I was in, he had 4 tanks assigned to our company, and he laid them to fire the indirect fire. He had them raise the muzzle up like this here, and with the name in circle, laid the battery of tanks, and
Basically mobile artillery.
Hmm?
Basically mobile artillery.
yeah. Then I was in an 8-inch self-propelled
Howitzer.
howitzer. It had a range of 18 miles.
It's a pretty long distance.
The projectile weighed 200 pounds. The powder bags weighed 90 pounds. And we could shoot that thing, would go 18 miles without a neurotic round. And we did a lot of damage with that.
I don't think I'd want to be standing in the way of that.
Then I was in nuclear artillery. We could fire nuclear weapons.
You ever have to use them? I
No.
don't think.
Come close, but we didn't have to use them. Like I say, for me and my family, it was a great life. They all speak a foreign language, read and write it. They all either have their high school diploma. Well, 3 of them Well, my oldest son, he has a master's degree in Russian. My oldest daughter has a degree in German. My other daughter has a degree in
French.
fast food chains. She worked at Winnie's for a while. Then my other son works for Pico, and he has an associate's degree. Now my one son, Tom, he is the coordinator for the foreign language department at the Pentagon.
It's a pretty good spot.
Yes, it is. Very good spot. And my oldest daughter, she has a degree in German. All my kids speak, read, and write German. Anytime they go to Germany, they see their cousin, their uncle, and they get along. And so what else was I know?
What was the difference between the two wars? Was there like different fighting styles?
Well, first of all, the North and South Koreans, you couldn't tell them apart. You couldn't. The Vietnamese, you couldn't tell them apart. But you were supposed to have the RVs, which Republic of Korea, Vietnam. I did not like it, but who am I to say? I was just a grunt. But I didn't trust them. They have what they call the North Vietnam. They have what they call snappers, and they come through the fence, put a shaped charge down here, a charge over here, but you had to check your vehicles every morning because they might be booby trapped.
You ever find any traps on yours?
No, but they used to play games. I reported into this company, and the next day the company commander called in, and he said, Sergeant Haynes, he said, did you try to frag me? I said, sir, I wouldn't try to frag you, I would flag you. What they do, they get grenades and they pull the pin on it and they take the pin shut. But when you throw it, it pops. And we lost a couple of company commanders that way. And I told him this, I did not try to frag you. Well, coke, poppy seeds, all that stuff was there to get. An ounce of coke cost you $5. And I got there, and you'd go out in the morning and see all these bottles, all these caps. Yeah, I'm not using this shit, and I don't want you to use it. Because I told my platoon, if I find out you had this stuff, you won't go out. I will make sure you go back quartermaster style. Well, we had about 5 of them, and they got the coke. And one of them tried to swim the South China Sea. That's a long way from California. And I think things stupid like that there. And I told him, I said, you're in my platoon. I'm responsible for each and every one of you. If your own coke or anything like that there